Good morning to my sisters and brothers. Thank you for coming to see what I have to talk about today. I'm talking about relationship, girls and guys. What I got lots to say. So let's start on letting go. It's going to be really deep, so I'm going to get into it. First of all, I've been in a relationship for the last 9 years, and it was a blessing. I learned a lot from it. I've been married twice, and I learned from everything from my relationship. But what I learned the most now in this one that it's ended, I learned to accept ending a relationship. And we do not accept it. We hang on to it no matter how much it hurts. God didn't intend us to be in a relationship that really hurt you. That's not what He wants for you. He wants you to be happy. And I mean that you're always going to be happy in a relationship. There's going to be ups and downs in it. But if you're unhappy most of the time, then it's time to go. It's time to go. So I'm giving you some tools of what I've learned the past couple of months, what I'm, putting in my life that's helping me get through this. And let me start. Okay. What I've learned from my previous marriage is that I brought a lot of my baggage in this one. I wasn't truly over it. I went from one relationship to the next. I never gave my time to heal. When you leave in a relationship, it's so important that you give your time to heal. You got to start loving yourself. You have to find ways in your life to fulfill your own needs and not from somebody else. So if you don't do that, you're going to take what you left and bring it in your present relationship, and it's going to mess it up. So number one, I've learned this from now. What I'm going to learn in this season is that I'm going to be dating me. I'm going to be experiencing me. I don't need to jump into one relationship and go into a next one because it's just going to damage me. And I don't want to be damaged goods, girl. No, I don't want to be damaged. Another thing is that sometimes God allows relationship to end because they already served their purpose. It's time to start a new you, a better you. So because a relationship ends, that don't mean you end. That's a new birth for you. That's a new life for you that you're starting all over. And it sometimes scares you because you don't know, am I worthy enough? Am I good enough? Am I going to find somebody else? Am I attractive enough? Why did that person leave me? I wasn't good enough for that person? Girls, no. Those are all the wrong answers. Listen to me. The reason why somebody left is because they don't want to be there anymore. So you got to let them go. Go with the wind. And another thing, if the relationship is causing you to cry all the time, then why you're in it? That means you're not supposed to be there. It's not supposed to hurt. You're not supposed to cry all the time. So why are you holding on to it? You gotta let it go. Another reason is you're not coming out to be your best you because you're too concentrated and trying to make things work. You're trying to change the person that you're with, but the only person that you could change is yourself. The time's wasted changing somebody, trying to change someone or trying to make somebody love you. It's wasting your time for yourself. So when this relationship is done, learn to deal with you. Date you. Find a relationship with you. You need to find a relationship with yourself because you find it with all these different people and you're still end up in the same position. That means that you're doing something wrong, girl. You're doing something wrong. So you know what? You got to find a relationship with yourself. I'm doing that. I'm learning that I have a lot of courage. I'm learning that even through the midst of my pain, I still found joy. And another thing, I'm learning that the things that I thought I needed is not what I really needed. And I'm not fearing the future. Even right now, it's so dark in this world and you don't know what tomorrow brings. But I know that God is faithful. And I know that He's going to bring me out of this storm. Any storm that you're in, God got it. He already got it. You're going to be out of the storm. You just have to go through some things so you could change you. Come on, girls. We're always looking for a man to love us. What's wrong with you loving yourself? What's wrong with you dressing up in the morning, putting on some nice clothes, some nice smelling perfume, doing your hair, doing your makeup, feeling good about yourself? That's loving yourself. That's seeing you for who you are, not for what somebody wants you to be. Most relationships we started happy and everything is flowing right, and things starts to change because you start losing yourself in the relationship. You start doing things for that person more than you're doing for yourself. So you're missing out on your own happiness, trying to make somebody else happy. Does that sound right? No. So what you got to do now is focus on you. Even if you're in a relationship right now, just focus on you. Make you the top priority. Don't try to change nobody. Don't try to look past the red flags. When you see a red flag, grab it. Say, listen, this looks like a red flag. What should I do with it? Pray to God over it. Don't just let it go. Don't sweep it underneath the carpet, because it's always going to be there. When you raise that carpet up, do you know how much shit is underneath there, girl? Listen, don't do that. Face your problem head first. Okay? Deal with the pain. Brokenness is not meant to destroy you. Okay? Brokenness is meant to build you up as a stronger you. I'm glad I was broken. And I'm glad that God is picking up my pieces. And I'm glad that maybe things didn't work out my way. But I know God have a plan for me. So at the end of the day, just let it flow. You know, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Everything is going to work out right, you know. So it has to flow, and it has to come to path, and it will settle. The storm does settle. But in the storm, God wants to see what you're going to do. Are you going to go back to the old you? Or are you going to come out a new you? And I'm learning every day through this storm. Sometimes I have the biggest umbrella. Sometimes I'm soaking wet. And then sometimes I see a little bit of sunshine through the storm. You're going to go through emotions. Your emotions will go up and down like a roller coaster every day. But through all those ups and downs, you're going to find a steady pace. And when that comes, then you're going to realize that you are in a relationship with you. You're making yourself feel good. You're feeling good about yourself. You're not worrying about what others think about you, because trust me, people out there going through their own shit. Believe me. So don't worry about what they think about you. What they think about you doesn't make you. Okay? What makes you is God. And when he take you out of a relationship because he knows you deserve better. You deserve better. And remember that it's not your fault. Things happen. And if you're not in your right place in your life, and if you're not seeing who you are and your self-worth, then you're going to lose you. But thank God for God, because he will come in and he will take you out of a situation so you could find yourself. Another thing, girl, another thing. When you look at yourself, go in the mirror, a full-length mirror, and take a look at yourself. Look deeply in yourself. And then you're going to see who you are. You might not like what you see, then work on it. Work on your weight. Work on your face. Work on whatever you need to work. Your hair. Start trying to fill your package so your package is well filled. And then let God fill the inside package, because the inside package is very important. Because no matter what you do on the outside package, if the inside is not good, nothing will be good. It's a total package. It's from the inside out. That's why my slogan is, I just don't make you look good. I make you feel great. Because you know what? You got to feel great about yourself. Be honest. If you know that you're the shit, girl, you're the shit. And you don't care what anybody say about you. So just know that you're the shit. Okay? Don't worry about finding somebody else. That was my biggest mistake. I break out in one bad relationship. I jump on board with another one. I'm always looking, thinking somebody else have to fulfill my needs or my happiness. this time around, girl, I'm learning that I can't jump into the fire and then into a frying pan and back into the fire. I just got to get out of that flame. So I am just finding out who I am, what I like, what kind of people, what kind of men that I'm looking for. And I'm not going to make the same mistakes I made it through my past. So this is a good time to analyze myself, to know, what do I really want. Half of the times we don't know what we want. We don't. Half of the times we're just in a relationship because at that moment it feels good. And even when we're going through the problems, we're not even looking at it. We're looking past the problems, think that, oh, we have something in ourselves that everything is going to work itself out. No, not in relationships. In relationships, when there is problems, you got to deal with it right away. You can't say, oh, I'm going to deal with it later. That's when it builds up. And there's going to be a day when it's just going to crash. So no, deal with your problems right away. That was one of my mistakes. Another one. As I say, I was doing so much for other people, so much for my ex, so much trying to be a good stepmom, so much I was trying to do so much for other people that I was leaving me out of the situation. And when it came down to it, I wasn't happy. And when you lose focus on yourself, bad things happen. And then God is like, listen, you got to put more focus on you. I'm going to put a storm in your life, a really bad one, so you don't go back, so you can put focus on you. So please, ladies, as I told you before, it's not your fault. Analyze yourself. Analyze your relationship. See that what you need in it, what you don't need in it. You deserve better. And God knows that you deserve better. Sometimes that's why the relationship is not working. You're trying your best. You're doing what you want to do to make the relationship work. You're doing all the right things. You're loving the person. You're cooking. You're doing all the things. But for some reason, it just does not work. That's because God said it's not for you. So let it go. Let it go and let God. When you let that relationship go, I'm not going to lie. You're going to be hurt. You're going to cry. It feels like a death. But you will heal. Each day you will find peace. The kind of peace that God puts you through a storm, you won't even believe where that peace comes from, that you could get up and you could get through life and handle it. It's amazing the power that God puts inside of you so you could get over things. Do not go back. Number one. If God take you out of a situation, do not go back to it. You don't need to go back. Trust me. Okay, if you eat something really bad in your stomach, right? And it upset your stomach and you throw up. Are you going to eat your throw up? Are you going to go on the floor and pick it up and eat it again? No, you're not. So certain relationship, when you're done, you do not go pick it up. Don't pick it up. That means when it's gone, let it go. Because it's not meant for you. Even as much as you love the person, you can't love somebody and let them go. Just because I'm not with them, that doesn't mean I don't love them. It's just that they're not right for me. So you can love them from a distance. It's okay. But know your worth, ladies. Know your worth. Know that you deserve more than what you're putting up with. Because as women, we put up with so much garbage that we don't even know how much garbage we're taking in. And then when we overloaded with garbage, we start crying and start blaming God. But God didn't give you those garbage. No, he didn't. You chose to take in the garbage. So now, take out the garbage. Leave it at the curb. Let the truck come pick that shit up. Because you're cleaning yourself out. Taking all the garbage out of you. Give yourself time to heal. Don't jump into a new relationship. Clear your mind. Know what you need. Please, it's very important. Because a hurt person is only going to hurt somebody else. And you're going into a new relationship broken. That person can't fix you. No, that person can't fix you. You need to fix yourself first so you're a better you for that person. Give it some time. Learn to date you and God. Okay? Learn to be in a relationship with you. See why God put you through that and watch God get you through it. And you're going to make it. Every day is a struggle. You know, every day you say, okay. But you know what? You learn from your relationships. I've learned a lot from my past 2 relationships. I'm not going to lie. I learned a lot from the 2 people that's in my life. And they were not they were good people. But not for me, as I say. But they were good people. But in the end of the day, we were not good for each other. So it's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, you give God thanks for the time you had with them. And you just move on. It's a new chapter in your life. And believe me, you got to learn to forgive. Not even as painful the situation may be, you have to find forgiveness in it. And it does take time. But if you don't forgive, you will never move on. Because you're holding a lot of grudge inside. And you can't be filled with grudge for good things to happen to you. So learn to forgive. Learn to forgive the person or the situation that happened. And that's the way you learn to move on. That's where you find your strength. That's where I'm finding my strength from. The beginning was rough. But thank God you have a smooth sailing in the end. And besides, you don't know what future is waiting for you. You don't know what wonderful person God is having waiting for you out there. But in the meantime, find you. In the meantime, build your relationship with yourself and God. So when that better half comes your way, you have something great to offer them. So don't be depressed, girls. Don't cry over spilt milk. Because believe me, there's a whole bunch of grocery store full of milk. Okay? So just let the sour milk go and trust God and love yourself and stay safe. Bye. And keep smiling.